If you were to ask me what is the most, not one of the most, but the most overpowered and broken ability within the Naruto Boruto universe, my answer would be Omnipotence. Omnipotence is so overpowered that no character can reverse it or counter it. This divine Shinjutsu completely flipped the entire narrative of Boruto, altering the memories and perceptions of everyone within the pre-time skip. Because of it, the world believes that Boruto Uzumaki, the story's protagonist, is the one who killed the 7th Hokage, Naruto Uzumaki, the symbol of hope for the entire world. But just how overpowered is Omnipotence? And who are the wielders of this godlike power? In today's video, we're diving deep into the lore of Boruto to uncover just how broken Omnipotence truly is. Shinjutsu is pretty much the current meta within the Boruto storyline, and if you don't possess any sort of Shinjutsu, you won't be able to go up against the top tiers within the verse. But this isn't necessarily a, scaling type video. It's just me telling you that Shinjutsu is important because Omnipotence is considered a Shinjutsu. So in order for you to use Omnipotence, you need to first either A, you have to be a naturally born Ōtsutsuki, B, you need to have their DNA, and C, you also need to receive their karma marking, which not only does this allow a user who has received their karma marking from an Ōtsutsuki, but it allows them to become an Ōtsutsuki and wield Shinjutsu just like them. Now, those are the requirements to use Shinjutsu, but what is it really? Well, Shinjutsu is translated to divine techniques, and this is the most advanced chakra-based ability within the Naruto universe. It's primarily associated with the Ōtsutsuki clan, and unlike ninjutsu and senjutsu, Shinjutsu is the equivalent to divine miracles, and it requires no hand signs or for one to concentrate one's chakra in order for them to use godlike techniques. Now, me explaining the requirements for Shinjutsu and what is Shinjutsu is one thing, but it's another thing when you realize that Omnipotence requires much more than just being an Ōtsutsuki. So now this leaves us with the larger question of what is Omnipotence? And not just what is Omnipotence, but how broken is it? Because that is what we're going to be talking about for the rest of this video. In chapter 79 of the Boruto Naruto Next Generations manga, Momoshiki explains to Boruto that Omnipotence is an ultimate power wielded only by an almighty and all-knowing god, and it's considered the Shinjutsu of Shinjutsu, meaning that this particular Shinjutsu stands at the absolute pinnacle of all divine techniques. Not only does this tell us that Omnipotence isn't just one of the strongest abilities in the Boruto universe, but it transcends every other divine technique, embodying the very essence of what Shinjutsu is. A divine technique that transcends all others. Momoshiki also says that Omnipotence operates as a programming language for gods, enabling them to create worlds and turn their will into reality. Alright, let's stop right there. So, Omnipotence is literally described as a programming language. So, what does this mean? The reality in which Naruto and Boruto lives in functions as like a coded system. And Omnipotence is the ultimate command that lets an Ōtsutsuki rewrite the system however they want. Just like how a programmer writes instructions to make a computer display something on the screen, well, an Ōtsutsuki God can input commands into reality, reshape it entirely, whether it be creating worlds, changing events, or even erasing things from existence. Before we continue further with more in-depth explanations of Omnipotence, let's talk about the users of Omnipotence. We have Eida, Shibai, and Kami. Now, Shibai and Kami have always been a little ambiguous to me because his name Kami just means God, and he has the word Ōtsutsuki at the end of it. Ikimono makes him out to be another Ōtsutsuki God being, but I don't know. Until we have further information on whether he is a separate being or not, I'm just gonna say he's probably Shibai, because Kami's identity is still up for debate. So right now, Shibai remains the definitive user of Omnipotence, while Eida still has an incomplete version of it. Alright, so first let's talk about Eida. So Eida's Omnipotence ability isn't something she can actively control, and it works automatically, shaping reality based off her subconscious desires. Her charm ability is also a side effect of this power, manifesting from her deep longing for love. Because it is anyone who sees her is automatically captivated. making it impossible for them to harm her. However, this isn't just a normal charm. It's an overwhelming force that can drive those who resist it insane or even kill them. The biggest issue is that Eida isn't an Ōtsutsuki. Neither is she an Ōtsutsuki God, meaning that she lacks the level of control needed to properly wield omnipotence to its full potential. Unlike Shibai, who could use it consciously, Eida can't turn her ability off or decide when it activates. This not only makes her both incredibly powerful, but tragically vulnerable. She's stuck with a godlike power she never asked for and is unable to truly control its effects. When Eida first triggered omnipotence, she didn't really do it by herself. It was through Kawaki's desire that reshaped reality. His wish to switch places with Boruto caused omnipotence to rewrite everyone's memories, making Boruto seem like Naruto's adopted son and Kawaki the real son of Naruto Uzumaki. This proves that omnipotence doesn't just affect perception, it rewrites reality itself. However, since Eida doesn't have full mastery over it, she's just as much of a prisoner of its effects as everyone else, even though she's immune to it. Now, it's not out of the realm of possibility for any mortal to obtain omnipotence, it's just going to be extremely difficult. Chapter 13 of Boruto Blue Vortex confirms this through Kashin Koji's explanation on how each member of Kara were genetically modified with scientific ninja tools, plus the cells of Shibai. However, acquiring one of his Shinjutsu abilities is not easy, and it involves a luck factor, meaning RNG is a thing when it comes to having Shibai cells implanted into a mortal. So there could be a chance that you may or may not obtain omnipotence, but on the lucky chance that you do, well, just like Eida, you'll only be limited to having your untapped desires manifested. Alright, so now let's move on to Shibai. Now, I did say that Shibai and Kami are going to be considered the same being until Ikimoto clarifies who Kami Ōtsutsuki is, because all his name literally just means God Ōtsutsuki or Ōtsutsuki God. So there isn't any clarity to what this being or who this being is. So like I said, for the time being, he's going to be Shibai. Now, Shibai is the next user of omnipotence, or Kami. So we know that unlike Eida, who is only limited to her untapped desires, Shibai is a full Ōtsutsuki God. So now that he's an Ōtsutsuki God, he doesn't have to worry about any limitations that Eida has to worry about, because he can literally make his thoughts, his ideas, or whatever concepts he's imagining become a reality with omnipotence. So he also has the ability to rewrite reality, alter fate, erase existence at will, and omnipotence can potentially have the power to erase entire cosmologies if he really wanted to. The reason why we're saying that is because of the added additional lore that we got in Volume 2 of Boruto Blue Vortex. Now, it states, Kami Ōtsutsuki used to be a god in a world that no longer exists. It is said that he used this technique to create the current world and its infinite possibilities. It is the ultimate power to materialize any thought or idea into reality. Alright, so let's break this down. So what this means is that the current world that Boruto resides in is the one with the infinite possibilities. Kami used omnipotence originally to destroy the past world that no longer exists, that he still exists in, to create an entirely new one with an infinite adapting reality with ever expanding outcomes. This suggests to us that omnipotence didn't just alter an existing reality, but completely replaced or reshaped it at a fundamental level, since this ability allows for the materialization of any thought or any idea into physical existence, making it more than just a perception altering power. It's true reality warping. Now let's talk about the word world. In Japanese kanji, the word world has different meanings to it. So the most relevant interpretations we're going to be going with is Sekai and Kai. For Sekai, it refers to the universe, society, or all of existence. Whereas Kai, it refers to dimensions, realms, or planes of reality. Now, given the lore, Sekai is the most likely meaning. Omnipotence didn't just create a single planetary body. It defined the rules of the entire universe. Now, like I said, with infinite possibilities, it could refer to multiple realms or realities. Then it could mean that omnipotence did create an entire multiverse. But unless Ikimoto actually confirms it, I can't just say that there is a multiverse, because it could mean something different, but who knows. What this also means is that it can also directly alter causality, time, space, and a fundamental structure of reality itself. This not only makes Omnipotence one of the most broken abilities in all of fiction, elevating the Ōtsutsuki to a level beyond conventional power scaling. Whether Boruto's world operates under a multiverse or a single, infinite, adaptable reality, one thing is certain: Omnipotence is the ultimate force of creation, destruction, and control, placing the Ōtsutsuki gods in a realm of absolute dominance over existence. In conclusion, Omnipotence is the pinnacle of power within the Naruto Boruto universe. With it, the Ōtsutsuki gods govern everything in existence, shaping reality itself at will. It's not just a technique, but a force that defines the very fabric of their world. Perhaps even the reason the Naruto Boruto universe exists as we know it. Whether its full potential has been realized or if greater mysteries remain hidden, one thing is certain: Omnipotence stands above all. And if anyone tells you that Omnipotence is only just a reality warping power, send them this video right here. This will clear up any misconceptions that we have had about Omnipotence since its debut. That's all for today's video. This is the Immortal Phoenix, and I'm signing right out. And if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below. And if you guys want to watch more Boruto explained videos, I will have the playlist linked in my description, or you guys could go on ahead and check out my playlist here on the end screen. Or if you guys want to, watch my explaining Shibai video, where not only do I talk about Shibai, but all of his powers and his abilities. So yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'm out. Peace out.